Hi friends, today we are going to see some of the sample questions. These questions are based on objective type, 1 mark questions. Okay, let us move to the questions. First question is, a student is using a convex lens of focal length 10 centimeter to study the image formation by a convex lens for the various positions of the object. In one of his observations, he may observe that when the object is placed at a distance of 20 centimeter from the lens, the image is formed at. There are four options. First, they have given focal length, that is f is equal to 10 centimeter. Then the given object distance is 20 centimeter. Here it is represented as u. Here the minus sign indicates it's used for sign convention. By substituting the length formula, 1 by f is equal to 1 by u plus 1 by v. Hence the obtained v value is 20 centimeter. Hence we want to calculate the magnification. So m is equal to image distance by object distance. So the image distance is 20, that is v, and then object distance is equal to 20. Therefore, by calculating the value of magnification is 1. Hence the answer is 20 centimeter on the other side of the lens is of the same size, real and inverted. Now the second question is, a student is using a convex lens of focal length 18 centimeter to study the image formation by it for the various positions of the object. He observes that when he places the object at 27 centimeter, the location of the image is 54 centimeter on the other side of the lens. Identify from the following diagram the three rays that are obeying the laws of refraction and may be used to draw the corresponding ray diagram. There are four options. First one is A is 1, 2 and 4, and B is 1, 3 and 5, C is 2, 4 and 5, and D is 2, 3, 4. Generally, what is known as refraction? So nothing but the bending of wave when it enters into the medium, but the speed is different. Here the rays 2 is parallel to the principal axis and passes through the principal focus after refraction. And ray 3 also passes through the optical center of the lens and emerges without any deviation. Ray 4 is also passing through the principal focus and after refraction from a convex lens emerges parallel to the principal axis. Rays 1 and 5 cannot pass through the focus after refraction, and then they are not parallel to the principal axis. So the answer is D, 2, 3, 4 because they obey the laws of refraction. Now the third question is, a student has to focus his compound microscope to observe a prepared slide showing different stages of binary fission. In the steps he is likely to follow are listed below in a haphazard manner. Haphazard manner is nothing but something disorganized or without any particular order. Here they have given four options. These options are disorganized. We want to arrange accordingly, and then the correct sequence of the above steps are also given. Here are the four options. Option A is 1, 2, 4 and 3, B is 2, 4, 3, C is 2, 1, 4, 3 and D is 1, 4, 2, 3. The answer is C, 2, 1, 4, 3. Here we want to first fix the slide on the stage carefully, and then we want to adjust the diaphragm and the mirror of the microscope so that sufficient light may enter to illuminate the slide, and then adjust the microscope to low power and focus. Then at last adjust the microscope to high power and focus. Fourth question is, when you study a slide showing different stages of bud in yeast, you observe the following stages. First one is the bud may get separated from the parent body and develop into new individual. Second, the body of the bud develops and give rise to another baby bud. Third one is a bud comes out in any direction from the body of the parent cell. Fourth one is that they may from a colony. And then these question is similar to a last question. If you want to arrange into correct sequence, there are four options. First, budding is a type of asexual reproduction in which a new organism is formed from a bud of an existing organism. In yeast, the cells divide rapidly at a specific site and develop as an outgrowth called a bud. These bud, while detached to the parent plant, develop into small individual. When this individual becomes large enough, it detaches itself from the parent body to exist as an independent individual. In this way, they form a colony. Hence, option is C, 3, 2, 1, 4. Now the fifth question is, study the following statement. First statement is, wings of birds and wings of bats are homologous organs. Second one is, wings of birds and wings of insects are modified forelimbs. Third one is, wings of birds and wings of insects are analogous organs. Fourth one is, wings of birds and forelimbs of horse are homologous organs. So the correct statement is C, third and fourth, because since the wings of birds and wings of insects are analogous organs because they have different structure but perform same function of flight, whereas wings of birds and forelimbs of horse are homologous organs as the structure is same but perform different function. So the correct answer is C, third and fourth. Now the sixth question is, which of the following pairs of two vegetables represents the correct homologous structure? First, what is meant by homologous structure? Homologous structures are similar in origin but perform different function. Carrot and radish are homologous structures. They are both similar in structure as they are both edible root vegetables, but they are dissimilar in function. So option C is correct. Hence, the other are incorrect because they are all analogous pairs. Now the last question is, in the following diagram showing the structure of embryo of a dicot seed, what are the parts marked 1, 2, 3 sequentially? Generally, the seed coat encloses an embryo which is differentiated into three main parts such as plumule, radicle and cotyledon. The plumule is the upper terminal part of the embryo which elongates and develops into future shoot. The lower end of the embryo is radicle which develops into future root. The cotyledons are also known as seed leaf. So the correct answer is A, plumule, cotyledon and radicle. So thank you. Thanks for watching.